Are you recording?
Yeah. We're still into our Spice Girls. Welcome to the Cosmic Besties Weekly Cosmic Forecast. You may notice Sophie and I are wearing matching tops right now.
Green and pink.
Shout out to Free People. Y'all should sponsor us. And I got that for her birthday because I knew she would look really good in it. And it's 444. All right, so welcome. Oh, shit. We're still on our ghetto setup at Sophie's, but honestly, everyone's feedback from last week was pretty solid, and everyone seemed to enjoy this DIY setup.
Yeah, we're digging it.
We're on my laptop at Sophie's.
Excuse the mess. You weren't supposed to do that, but okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Just tell them all my secrets, why don't you?
Okay. Dude, actually, Sophie's gotten in this habit now where she's always like, don't tell anyone. I told you this, though. And I'm like, why would I tell anyone? She's like, I don't know with you anymore. I haven't said anything that crazy on here, though.
You have mentioned a couple things.
Notes.
You have mentioned a couple things, but we won't rehash that. Anyways, versus like you're so coy with yourself, and I'm like,
I know.
How dare you?
Everybody thinks they know me,
just like
but
fucking
they
outs
don't.
me.
Yeah, it's funny though. If you guys hung out with us in real life, she is 10 times more brutal to me than I am to her.
That's so not true.
People have noticed, dude.
Who?
I'm not gonna name names on here when you're telling me not to put anyone's shit out in the open. Okay, I'm pulling up my notes. So actually, we asked a really interesting question on my stories this week. I was in the car with Sophie and we got out of hot yoga and I was like, what do you think the worst big three ever would be? So sun, moon, and rising in astrology. And we both instantly were like, triple Gemini.
For sure.
Gotta be the worst. But we actually posed the question to everyone and we got some really interesting responses that I said we would talk about on the forecast. And first off, who hurt you? Because a lot of these
are very specific where I'm like, this feels like a personal.
Okay? And why do people hate Scorpios? Can someone explain this to me? Because I personally love Scorpios, okay? I love the depth. I think they're mystical, they're magical. I mean, don't get on their bad side.
Yeah.
But I love a good Scorpio. I mean, I don't necessarily want to be around a triple Scorpio, but I don't see anything wrong with them.
Ooh, I do know a triple Scorpio, and she is a bit psychotic.
Really? Well, here are some of the responses.
With her, but you gotta know.
You have to know what you're dealing with.
You gotta know what you're dealing with.
Here are some of the responses.
Okay.
Someone said Sun, Virgo, Moon, Aquarius, and Pisces rising.
Someone said Pisces, stellium, which I kind of may agree with.
I have so much to say about Pisces that I'm not going to open that can of worms.
Yeah.
But I will agree with her on this.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cap, Gemini, Scorpio.
We see a lot of Gemini in here.
Yeah. Everyone seems to have a real big problem with Geminis. If that's you, let us know. Or if you're a Gemini, let us know that too. This is really important information.
Yeah, a lot of Gemini
Scorpio,
and Scorpio.
Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Sun, Scorpio, Moon,
I like how
Gemini,
that person
rising.
named all the water signs. Okay.
Oh yeah, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces.
Yeah. Oh,
Someone said Gemini, Scorpio, Aries is my friend, and she's a roller coaster ride.
But you have a laughing emoji, so that means that she sounds like
she's
a
your
hoot.
friend. We got a lot of people saying triple Geminis, even though that was our first instinct.
Yeah.
A lot of people put Scorpio, Capricorn, and Aries and Gemini placements.
Yeah, that Aries, man. It's a bit wild.
There's not really any Libra energy in here.
Yeah, and I haven't really seen Taurus either.
People love Taurus, apparently. Who knew? Not me. I didn't know. Well, what would you say? If you had to pick three and it wasn't just us going triple Gemini.
Okay, well, Gemini definitely in there.
Yes, exactly. Gemini sun probably.
Yeah. I think that Moon and Capricorn, because they're very secretive. There's like stuff there. I don't know. It's repressed. It's secretive. It's like I don't know. Well, which is ironic because I have a lot of friends with Moon and Capricorn.
I feel like I feel like Moon and Aries would almost be more difficult to deal with.
That's true, actually.
With the Gemini Sun combination.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Aries moon is very volatile and very like explosive. You know what though? They don't stew. The good thing about Aries moons and Aries in general is they'll have an explosive like, oh my God, I'm so angry. And then they get over it really quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe it's worse to have like a Pisces moon.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty emotional.
Very emotional. But then they're really psychic and that's fun.
Yeah, but that's why I said like the Cap moon, because they're stealthy. You don't know what kind of psychopathic things they're keeping to themselves, and you just wouldn't know. Yeah.
And then with rising,
yeah, I mean it's kind of tough because I feel like with rising it's like a big deal but not really. Like,
yeah, though I met someone last night at this party and she was like, oh my God, I heard about you, like I want to give you my birthday. And I was like, okay. And she's like, December. And she paused and was like 23rd. And she did not seem or look like a Capricorn.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really didn't think you were a Capricorn. She's like, what did you think I was? And I was like, honestly, a Sag. And she's like, that's my rising. So I was like, oh. And I am a Taurus rising. And sometimes people do think I have Taurus vibes.
Yeah, you totally
and you look like a Leo with your hair.
Yeah, you totally have Taurus vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like with rising, it's like, I don't know, I kind of feel like it's not as, I mean, to me it's a big deal, but at the same time I'm like, oh, I'm trying to think of like major red flaggy, like no thank you.
I know, I never feel that way about the rising. I do feel that way about Venus placements, 12th house placements,
sun placements.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of feel that way more about like, okay, if you have a stellium in the 12th house, which is funny because someone was like, well, in whole sign, so if you've got a stellium in the 12th house, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, in whole sign. I know. I'm such a red flag in the whole sign.
It's like a carnival ride over here.
I know. I was about to be like, Cancer stellium in the 12th, and I was like, wait a minute, in whole sign, that's me. We were literally
just talking about that today.
I was like, she's a psychopath, and I was like, wait a minute, that's me.
But wait, what about in Vedic?
In Vedic, that would be Gemini, which is even more of a red flag.
That's way more of a red flag. Okay. Well, okay. This concludes our talk. This is something new that we're trying, and I've like realized there's actually so much going on astrologically and numerologically this week that like maybe this wasn't the time to introduce a totally new segment, but hey, we got a lot of responses and I thought it was worth talking about.
Yes.
I guess we always timestamp these, so maybe you just skipped right over it.
Yeah.
But
which is fine.
Yeah, we're not offended, honestly. Numerologically this week, we're in a week 6, which pairs really nicely with the fact that Venus finally is going direct.
Yes.
It's been retrograde for so long. I mean, when did it go right? It's been...
Oh my God, I can't even remember when it went retrograde because it's been so long.
Didn't it start in like early January?
It started, I want to say last year, but I gotta look that up.
So wrong, honestly. I thought I'd been in Austin for a month and I realized I landed a week today.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even understand how that's possible.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so excited about this Venus going direct. I've been like telling everyone and their moms like, we're still in retrograde energy, don't fucking do anything that. And now I'm like, woo, it's like finally going direct, and it goes direct April 12th.
Yeah, so we have Venus going direct this week, and we have Mercury going direct this week.
On Tuesday, so April 7th. And, I have in my notes there that Venus and Saturn are conjunct, which is so interesting.
I don't love that personally, but that's because of my personal life. You like it, though. She's like, oh, maybe I'll sign up for a dating app that day. I'm like, oh my God, please.
That's
like, God,
the day
let it be okay for me.
If you are single and you have any kind of like 7th house Aquarius or like Aquarius anything, sign up for the dating app or refresh the dating app on April 7th. Like, that's a great date. So, and Caitlin's going to sign up for me because I don't want to do this alone.
Yeah, I'm actually really good at going through her Hinge. Yeah. Although I once gave a rose to someone.
A cat. You gave a rose to a cat.
Okay.
So guys, we're going through. By the way, you only get one rose a week. Okay, and if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, like on the dating app, you can like gift people flowers now, and you get one rose a week. or you can purchase them. And like, it's like a super like or an extra like. So she's going through, she sees this fucking cat.
But I didn't know,
and
dude.
decides to give my one rose to a cat.
Okay.
Which, by the way, that person never even responded back to my rose. The cat never responded back, and I was like, "You seriously
denied by a cat?
Wasting my rose on this goddamn cat?"
I just want to say, I've actually never been on a dating app, so I am very challenged when it comes to managing her dating apps. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
She's like, "We're gonna like this cat."
Yeah,
and then it was like,
know.
upgrade to a rose, and you were like, "Yes."
I didn't know what that meant, dude. I've never been on these.
You're
okay.
Like, yes. And I was like, "What the fuck? You gave me one rose away to this cat?"
I like cats, dude. It seemed very trustworthy. Okay, you can trust a man with a cat. You can, all right? So anyways, back to what we were actually talking about, which is, let me just give you a breakdown of the entire week, because I think this will just be easier, because we're way chaotic right now.
Yeah.
We personally have more fun doing it this way. Let us know if it's too much for y'all. So, okay, astrologically, Mercury's going direct. We have this Saturn-Venus conjunction. Saturn's all about like karma and boundaries and getting mature about shit.
Yeah.
Venus is love and money. Yeah. So you might double down on a commitment that day, commit to some financial something or other that day. Actually, I do have something I'm doing on that day. Okay, that has to do with money. Mental note. Okay. And then we have Venus going direct at the end of the week on the 12th. And on the same day, we have a full moon in Libra. Okay. That's what we're rocking. Loser, loner, whatever. Okay, we're in the 90s here.
Why is she making...
Wait, didn't you used to do that when you were a kid?
Loser, whatever, with the twist, Elba.
Okay, good. It's not, okay. Because I grew up in LA, so I'm not even kidding. I was like a 4-year-old, and I was going, as if. Loser, loner. Like, we actually spoke like that. It's so embarrassing. Like, my babysitter brought Clueless home, and I was like, you saw that movie, right?
Of course I did.
Classic. Okay. Those are all the astrological things happening. And again, it's a numerological week 6. Just to let you know, the only numbers that have to do with love and relationships in numerology are 2s and 6s. So this is a really good week for you to have progress in love. Numerologically, but especially because Venus is going direct. So Sophie is definitely signing up for the dating apps, and I will definitely be in charge, and I won't send roses to cats.
Thank you
so
much for
I won't be doing that. And with this full moon in Libra, we have to, full moon, let's break it down, is a completion. It's an ending. It's a culmination.
Yeah.
I love to look at what I was doing on the new moon in Libra. So last Libra season, which starts September 23rd and goes to October 20-ish.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on those dates. Well, I know it's September 23rd. That's my dad's birthday. But there was a new moon in that time. So you may have started something back then that is now finishing now.
And like completion.
Or there might have been something back then where you're like, I'm unsure about this. I'm trying to figure it out. And now it's kind of coming to you, right? And I actually think, even though we've been through this Venus retrograde, which has been really gnarly for a lot of people in their relationships, especially with that Mercury retrograde on top of that.
Yeah.
I actually feel like this full moon in Libra, we might see some breakups.
Oh yeah, we will, because it's opposite Kaerhart, which is the wounded healer. And you've got this the Venus is finally direct. So direct Venus is just taking action on your relationship. But like the full moon is completion. Libra is partnership. We're in a week 6. I mean, it's just like a big love, like huge love week.
Yeah, I actually think a lot of really good things could happen in love. Like you could double down, you could like come to a conclusion in one area. Maybe like you're long distance with someone and you're like, what are we doing? Are we ever going to be in the same country again? I don't know.
Really personal.
That might be personal. I don't know. Though I did meet a girl last night at that party who was like, my boyfriend just moved to Romania. We had to decide whether to get married or to just date long distance, and we're doing long distance. Many people date country to country.
Yeah.
Actually, I met 2 women last night.
Whoa.
Because the other girl with the Cancer with the stellium,
yeah,
her boyfriend's in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So anyways, lots of long distance relationships going on here. So yeah, there could be this moment where you're this like come to Jesus moment of what you're doing.
You're gonna have a come to Jesus moment because that's Venus Saturn conjunction, which happens when Mercury goes direct. It's like boop, their download gets downloaded, and then by the end of the week is when you take the action with the Venus going direct.
Yeah. And also, again, like we're talking a lot about love. Whoa.
Let me just what's on your mind?
I'm so fucking tired. I almost couldn't do this. Okay, it's 5 p.m. and I woke up this morning. I felt like I got hit by a fucking train.
I'm like,
and I was like,
girl, we know
Sophie,
what you're thinking about.
No, I was like, Sophie, like can't handle. I've been resting all day, and I have this horrible headache. Anyways.
It's the eclipse hangover, ascension symptoms, all that.
Maybe it's all that. But I know we're talking a lot about love, but don't forget Venus is also money. So if you've been waiting to take action on something around your finances, now would be the time once Venus goes direct. And also the same with Mercury, right? Like I've actually been talking with someone that I would have to sign a contract with. And I literally told him, yes, I'm down for this collaboration, but I cannot sign this contract until after April 7th.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that I felt like just as good once Mercury went direct as I have like the last 2 weeks that we've been in contact. So just a reminder that once Mercury goes direct, if there are contracts you've been needing to sign or any sort of like talk you have to have with someone, a conversation you've been sitting on, like now is the time. So everything's going direct. Everything should feel a whole lot better by the end of the week. Like liberation, huzzah, celebration. Yeah. We're getting back into a groove. The energy's not going to feel as like stuck. And it's like lately it feels like we're just like walking through the swamp. Yeah. Like it's just God,
moving through molasses.
Yeah, it's like molasses. Like Georgia. Anyways, is there anything else to talk about? Like, we're just giving y'all the information. We'll obviously put it in the description
I'm so curious to see what breakthroughs come for you, because I feel like...
Call me out.
I'm just saying that, like, your relationship...
Nobody watches this, so it's okay.
Your relationship has really, like, gone through some evolution.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that as your best friend, like, watching you kind of have these little moments is really, like, it's really powerful. And, like, I'm
having a lot of breakthroughs.
I specifically asked you as a best friend, like, hey, please actually highlight the really like positive things and let's create a positive vibe, because like right now I'm like single, and every time I talk to you I'm like, ugh, relationships, oh my God, that's so much fucking no thank you. And so I'm like, okay, I want to reprogram this, and I think that that's actually really going to come through for you with this all this Venus activity.
Yeah, we had this breakthrough that it's so easy with your girlfriends to just vent about like your frustrations with your partner. But I was talking to her the other day and I was like, actually, like, my boyfriend is a really fucking good boyfriend. And like, I was naming off all these things he does. And I was like, I should be telling you this more. But sometimes I felt like I didn't want to say that and then make it be like, look, like what I have. You know, I didn't want to be like, look what I have. Like, I have this boyfriend. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's
it almost feels like that when you do that. But like,
no, I'm like asking you gotta highlight that stuff.
Yeah, because he sent us a bunch of chocolates and flowers. Yeah. And then she's like, oh my God, this is so sweet. I want my boyfriend to do that. And I was like, oh my God, I should start sharing.
And it was a funny joke too.
Yeah, it was a joke because in my stories, I was like, do we have enough chocolate? And the answer to that is we don't ever have enough chocolate. We made a batch of brownies after he sent it. We have 15 boxes of chocolate. And we had brownies we made. Anyways, but yeah, I was like, so I started showing her because she's calling in partnership. And I was like, yeah, I like woke up to this really sweet morning text. And she was like, oh, this is like amazing. So this is a reminder, y'all, to like, you know, share that with your friends. Like, because we all want to expand with each other. Now, I know it's kind of weird because sometimes you like share stuff with people and they like get a certain way. If they're not like supportive and open to it, then like maybe they're not like a real friend, first off. I don't know. And second off, like.
It's so funny. I thought you were going to go with like, oh, because like at one point, I think you sent me a couple photos of your boyfriend. And I was like, listen, girl, I know you think he's like the bee's knees. But like, you don't need to send me
that wasn't like my cousin though. That was not like my cousin, dude.
I was like, that's cool, girl.
That was not, okay. I was just like, I miss him. This was a while ago, okay? But like, my cousin will actively send me photos of her girlfriend, be like, isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she stunning? And I'm like, yes.
I'm thinking of the time where you sent me a photo of him and I thought it was a woman on a jazzercise outfit.
Okay.
That's so cool. Okay, sorry.
So my boyfriend was a professional athlete. He just retired, and he sent me a photo of him on a bike at the gym. And I don't know why.
He was wearing a weird...
Yeah. They have to wear those.
Unitard thing.
Yeah. And she was like, who's this woman? And I was like, my boyfriend? Like a dude? What are you talking about?
It looked like a woman on a bicycle with a jazzercise outfit. Okay?
I would post the photo but I'm not doing that. But maybe one day.
That was the only amusing photo I would accept. Like, I was like, this is hilarious.
I don't think I even told him that happened. If you're listening, if you're watching, hi. Okay, this is the longest one we've ever fucking done. I don't know how this one's going to play, honestly. It's always a surprise.
Yeah.
So, hang in there, y'all. It's a better week than it has been. And we will see you next week. Oh, and subscribe.
Yes.
We always forget that. Last side note. Oh, look, it's 21 minutes.
Whoa.
On the dot. We should go for 22. Let's just talk until then. Okay, I'm actually kidding. All right. Oh, it's 5:05. Perfect time to sign off. We're not crazy at all. Okay, love y'all.
Bye.